Well, we've been hearing for years about EMT shortages and lack of funding for EMS services in Minnesota. Today, a state capitol task force made its first round of recommended fixes. John Croman reports.
The staffing shortages and burnout issues facing the economy as a whole has been especially felt in emergency medical services, a problem aggravated by low reimbursement rates that hit rural areas harder.
In rural communities where that money is sparse, they might be getting as low as 20, 30 cents on the dollar for services that they're providing.
Shane Hallow heads the EMS unit at Hennepin Healthcare.
The ask today from a lot of the leaders across the state is for the state to provide some one-time funding for these services who are really struggling to keep their doors open.
The ambulance gets called out. Not every call is an emergency. But these folks are calling us for a particular reason. We've turned into a safety net.
Senator Judy Seeberger leads the bipartisan task force that's been listening to EMTs and paramedics across the state and held its final meeting. She recommends the state develop what's known as a sprint medical model, paramedics that can drive straight to a scene while volunteer EMS crews are assembling.
And that person can be first on scene, be an initial responder, and assess that patient. And if that patient needs care and transport, they can start providing ALS care on the scene, ALS advanced life-saving care.
And the task force is aware the state doesn't have a lot of extra cash on hand right now.
I think we need to help, especially smaller services, communities, explore opportunities to consolidate.
Most of the members of this task force either are or have been paramedics. In fact, the chair, Senator Judy Seeberger, pulled a volunteer paramedic shift last night at her local fire department and spent the night in a fire station before coming here to preside over this meeting. At the Capitol, John Croman, KARE 11 News.
Members of the EMS task force will write legislation that could be introduced in the coming week.